exploring Timisoara in Romania, and we're going to do a walking tour.
I feel like walking tours are our thing at the moment.
Yeah, it's a real good way to get into the city, find out some history about and some stories about the city.
So we're about to have our walking tour, but Maya's just dying of starvation.
Quick snack with a slice of pizza. It's got corn, ham.
Yum.
Very nice, just what I needed for a 2 hour or so walk.
Yeah, I think it's like 2.5 hours. And we got a Coke as well. It was like a little meal deal for $6.50 lei for a pizza and a Coke. Pretty good price. We got it just from a little hole in the wall place just behind us, but now we better go and find our walking tour. It starts in about 10 minutes. A Jewish synagogue, and you can tell, one of the symbols you can tell is at the top is the 10 commandments from the Old Testament, but nothing else about it is very Jewish. It's quite church looking, and that's because back in the day during the Austrian reign of this area, the area was very Christian, so they made this building to try and blend in.
Modern Timisoara was actually built on top of a lot of old Ottoman buildings. Behind me you can see some of the ruins. On the street here, when they were taking out the paved roads for cars and converting it into a pedestrian footpath, they found a whole Ottoman city underneath here. It's quite interesting looking at the condition of some of the buildings. You have the one on the left which is beautifully painted and reconditioned, and then one on the right which is starting to decay.
Timisoara was the home of the start of the Romanian Revolution, so a lot of our walking tour revolved around that. While it's absolutely heartbreaking to hear what happened in those times, it's so important we listen and learn. Nicolae Ceausescu was Romania's president at the time. He was a cruel, greedy man who starved and abused his people in the name of communism. When Timisoara started revolting against him, he sent his army to the city to slaughter children in a bid to end the protests. Those innocent children is who the black plaque here is honouring. Thankfully, this disgusting crime only made the people more determined to rally against him. Unfortunately though, many more lives were lost before the army eventually stood by their people and stood against Ceausescu. The other plaque here, the white one, is in honour of over 100 people who survived the attacks, but vanished from the local hospital, only to be found in a mass grave in Bucharest, over 600 kilometres away. Crimes against the Romanian people, like this one, are still unsolved and are being investigated to this day. Eventually, Nicolae Ceausescu and his wife Elena Ceausescu were tried and executed on Christmas Day of 1989. After that, Romania came out of communism, and the people have been working towards a fairer and less corrupt country. The political activism has continued on though. As we saw in Timisoara, there was a visual protest going on, and we've heard a lot about other protests that have been going on in the city and all around the country. Today, 30 years on, the stories of these brave Romanians inspire us to do what's right. They also remind us that such atrocities are still being committed all over the world. So we've just finished the tour. It was a really good one. It was a really nice group. There was like a big group of like an American family, a couple of German people, a couple of people from Serbia, I think they're from.
Serbia.
And the tour guide was just amazing. He gave us so much information. He was so knowledgeable.
It was quite long too. It was 2.5 hours.
Yeah, a bit more than that, I think.
But I think that was one of the best walking tours that we've had.
I feel like we say that every time.
Yeah,
like,
they just keep getting better and better. Definitely recommend the walking tours whenever you get to a new city. Yeah. It's just a great way.
Especially the free ones, because they're like accessible for anyone, no matter what your budget is. You can pay just, I don't know, like a few euros if that's all you've got, but you can pay 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 or, you know, it makes it really accessible for people to.
We usually pay like 10 euros if it's not that great, and like 20 euros if it's really good.
Yeah, so I don't think we've ever only paid 10.
Oh.
I think that's kind of what we say in our head, like, oh, if it's not good, we'll only pay 10. But
but they're always good, so.
And now we're gonna kind of find something to eat. We're deciding whether we want some Romanian food or something different, because we've had a lot of Romanian food. And we kind of feel like something else maybe, but we're gonna look around.
ended up going to an Italian restaurant and we got quite a lot of food. I got spaghetti bolognese, garlic bread, broccoli, asparagus, and you got... What did you get? I forgot.
Gnocchi.
Gnocchi. It's very good. It's very meaty. Very nice.
Last piece of food on the table. Gonna do it.
Pretty cool. It's quite a bit of food.
So good though, right? We were so hungry. It was good having some greens with the carb heavy dinner.
Yeah.
Even though they're like cooked in butter. Thanks for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe.